Go again.
Now I see it.
Hello, this is Scotty O with Ecstatic Hearts, and we're back with John Alexander again to talk about enrollment. And this time, we're going to kind of go through the framework or the steps of enrollment, and we're going to exemplify it by John practicing with me and enrolling me in something. So before we begin, John, I just want to go through the different stages of enrollment and the way we do it anyway, just so people understand what you're going to be doing. And we'll take it like step by step. The first is building a relationship or connecting with them, letting them know you care and legitimately caring. 2 is vision. This is where you spend the majority of your time. You're like creating a vision of what they want and getting them passionate and excited about it, because most people take action out of their emotions, not necessarily out of logic. And of course, logic is helpful too, but if you really want to find something that they care about and you want to get them excited about what it is. The third thing is you want to talk about the details, like just the specifics of what it is, whether it's a book or a workshop. And if it's a workshop, like what the dates are, what's involved, how much it costs, anything they need to know to be able to take action. And sometimes some people are like analytical, maybe more information, so you can send them a website link or something like that. The fourth is you ask. You just, flat up ask. So many people skip this step because it's scary or something. It's just like, hey, do you want to go? Especially if it's something you're going to. Say, hey, do you want to join me with this thing? It's going to be cool, or whatever. The fifth thing is handling objections, if they have objections. Because a lot of people, if they have something new and it's uncomfortable for them, their default is like bring up money, time, something like that can get in the way. And what you do about that is you go back to vision. Because if they trust you, that they believe you, that what you're saying is true, and if they if they really get excited about what they want, and it's something really juicy for them, they will do whatever it takes to have it, right? If they have objections, it's really usually because they aren't clear enough in their vision, or they aren't excited enough about their vision to make a change. And the bigger the change is, by the way, the more impactful something is, the bigger a difference it can make in the world, the harder it is to enroll someone in it, because the more resistance our subconscious has to our subconscious job is to keep us safe. And the way it does that is by keeping things the same, because it correlates change with danger. So we want our subconscious, it helps us in a lot of ways, but our programming is such that it prevents us, or it gets in the way of us wanting to grow and expand. That's why it becomes uncomfortable. And the last thing is follow up, like if they say yes, make sure to, if it's something that's like an event you're going to be going to in a couple of weeks, follow up with them a couple of days beforehand. Just say, hey, I'm excited about going with you, just to make sure everything's still aligned. Because in this day and age, people also sometimes say they're going to do something and forget. That's also why if they say yes, if it's something that they're paying for, like a workshop, it's important to get them to pay then too, because there's a correlation that goes on in their head of if they pay, then they're committed. If they don't pay, they're really not. And so, and then the more they pay, the more valuable they'll treat the experience. So you can have the exact same experience. There's a study on this, like a workshop, and the people who paid 2 or 3 times as much got far more value out of people that paid a lower amount. So because people pay attention to when it's something that if it's important to them, they'll put their money where they feel it's important. Okay, so that's the class. So let's just take it step by step. Go.
Do you mind if real quick if I just summarize?
Yeah.
Caring, establishing relationship, visioning, mentioning your recommendation or asking, I guess, is it?
Details, just explaining what the opportunity is.
Okay, the details, and then is asking, and then is facing the objections, and then 6 is follow-up.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, thank you.
So normally you just go right through them, but we're gonna take it into chunks. So first of all, let's start with relationships. So what's the scenario? Are we at lunch or what's going on?
Well, let's make it real. How are you doing, Scotty-O? I know you've been having a lot of cold and health issues lately, and I know healings on you guys. I hope that those helped you and Melanie, and I hope you're feeling better now.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Melanie and I have been sick with a cold or something, the flu maybe, for like 10 days, and we finally are both feeling better. I think because I've been doing not much than resting lately, I feel like my stamina is a little bit lower, so I've got to kind of get back into working out and get back into exercise and everything else. But I think the cold is gone. I'm feeling pretty good. I think I turned yesterday. So, and I appreciate sending energy healing for us. So I did notice a difference there. So I think Melanie did too. So thank you.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm in the same situation, and I had last week felt really pushed and like I wasn't taking care of myself, and I had a wonderful weekend so far of resting and recuperating. So it's been nice.
It's important to take care of your body and rest. Yes.
Right. That's about it for me. I've been having a great time with storytelling, and I know things keep going forward for you with Ecstatic Hearts. How is the Costa Rica trip coming and everything going for that?
Okay, so just to be clear, now we're switching to the visions section, correct?
Okay.
So we,
I wasn't sure actually when to switch, but I thought about that might be a good switching
yeah.
point.
That's why we're kind of taking this apart and doing it by sections to show you.
Yeah.
It doesn't be long. I think that was fine. I mean, it shows that it could be just a couple of sentences. It could be just, "Hey, dude, how you been? Hadn't seen you in a while," you know. But you did a good job of like referencing something you remembered what we talked about. You legitimately cared about how I was. You actually, did something to support us. So I felt, that you care about me, and I'm ready to listen to whatever you have to say, right? So that's A+ on connection. Now we're going to vision. What was the question about Costa Rica?
The question was, what's going on with the Costa Rica trip? What do you want to do with it? What's happening there?
Yeah, so pretty exciting actually. We are having our first tantric vacation in Costa Rica. It's happening December 12th through 18th, I believe. And it is of January 2020. And it's going to be a combination of tantric experiences. So we'll do puja stuff in the morning, or like breathing exercises, stretching, getting our body activated. And then pujas or like sensuous or connected experiences at night. We should have about 10 people 10 couples, about 20 people at the max. And we've got like our more of a takeover resort for the Goddess Garden, which is this really beautiful place in Costa Rica. And so during the day, we'll do excursions, like we're going to do whitewater rafting and go to the rainforests and all sorts of cool stuff. I think we're going to play with dolphins or something. I don't know. There's a variety of things to choose from. And so what we want to do is like, we love tantric trainings and intensives, and we've done a few of those, and some, like we're in Bali, but the problem is that we spent so much time training, we didn't actually get to see the place. Sometimes you just extend our vacation to see it, but this is kind of a really unique experience where we're going to actually see the country and go with like these amazing people and friends, because they're really quality people coming together. And what's cool, through Tantra, we're going to build and grow our relationship throughout the experience, so that by the end of the trip, these are going to be like best friends, even if you're brand new and haven't seen the people before. So I'm really excited about it. And I love the opportunity because travel most passionate things to do, and be able to combine it with Tantra. The other thing I'm most passionate about is like a dream come true for me. So we're about halfway through. We've got about 5 more couple spots that are available, and we need to finish enrolling people by the end of this month before we have to, seal it.
Before it's done.
Is that something you guys, Rich?
Actually, I'm pretty sure, well, I have to wait on some confirmation from Jeanette, but I am more than happy to. I have a loan ready that I can take to get the money for it on my end. We have a little confirmation we need to do, and it's close, but I believe by the end of the week, I should be able to tell you yes or no. And
sweet. Woo-hoo.
Definitely want to.
It's going to be a blast, I think. And the goal is to do this like every year. We'll go to a different country, and we'll be able to see the world together as friends. We're trying to make it as cheap as possible too, because like $2,000 per person covers, at least for you. It's a little more expensive, I think. Because you got the early bird discount. I think it's $5,000 for 2 people now for people we don't know. But it's covers the food, it covers the lodging, it covers the excursions, everything except the plane ticket. And I'm going to send you here the next day or two the really cheap flights that we found. I think it's one of the cheaper places. So we can, and now's a good time to buy tickets. Like, sooner you buy them, the cheaper it is. So I'll share that with you later.
Well, what this does make me excited about, and what I've been seeing more and more, is this idea of building a community and you going forward with that. I would really love to hear what you see happening in 5 or 6 years for Ecstatic Hearts as a community. What's going to be happening then?
Wow. Well, who can predict the future? And my vision is glorious. So I don't know, without getting into too many things, I'm working on some long-term projects that I think will expand massively the awareness of Tantra and Ecstatic Hearts in specific. and help people really not just heal their shame and fear and so forth around sexuality, but really empower them to take on their lives to another level and really awaken them. I mean, I really feel that Tantra and what we're doing is one of the keys that's going to awaken the world and help us save our planet and each other before we destroy ourselves. So but I've seen, I don't know, glimpses of the future, if you will. And it's a pretty amazing thing. Like, I think that there's lots of different paths that people are on right now that are all awakening and expanding and becoming more conscious and awakened, or I don't know, enlightened. And I see us really coming together as a world community of love and connection and so forth. As far as Ecstatic Heart specifically, I plan to have a castle and have at least 12 people permanently living there in a cohabitation, and then other people kind of coming in and out in a rotation basis, in a place that'll be like a destination, romantic getaway kind of situation for people, or a training venue, or maybe even, I don't know, wedding. I don't know. It's
like, what would it look like? Would it be like a medieval castle, or just a really cool big house somewhere?
Yeah. The whole medieval thing. My Melanie and I got married, at the Renaissance Festival. I've had a passion for castles my whole life, maybe past lives. But yeah, be a combination of a real looking authentic medieval castle with but we're going to include like fantasy fixtures, or like modern plumbing, so swimming pool moat that'll go around to like a grotto and waterfall around the side. We'll have like a jacuzzi in the tower.
Wow.
We'll have glass, big window stuff on the inside for the courtyard type stuff, but it'll be somewhat defensible. And who knows if we have a zombie apocalypse or something, then it'll also
right.
be
We can repopulate the world with love and tantra.
Yeah. But really the community is, as you said, is the most important thing. And we're developing and building like really close-knit friends and people who really care about each other, who care about the world. And it's just a beautiful thing. And we just get to grow deeper and deeper into our relationship. As you're one of us,
Yeah. Yeah, it really sounds like you see it being just, I don't know, all across the world, and maybe even connecting with other wonderful, people who are doing their own thing, and other groups that are really bringing part of this positive movement.
Yeah, we expect to be fully networked with all sorts of other groups. And there's all sorts of initiatives that we're doing to support other nonprofits and to connect with other organizations that are doing something similar, because only together, working as a team, can we really do the changes necessary to save the planet.
So what about for yourself? What do you want for yourself, regardless of Ecstatic Hearts, aside from living in a castle?
Let's see. I want to have optimal health, and I'd say perfect, but I don't know what that means. But really have like being sick for 10 days is not acceptable for me. So it's like I want to have amazing health and never get sick again until maybe it's my time to move on, and have even more energy and focus and commitment to get my mission done. I'd like to be financially free so that I don't have to, have the stress of trying to pay the bills that sometimes gets in the way of me following my greater long-term passions and goals. But let's just be nice. I think it'll help me feel like successful. I want to have amazing, even more amazing relationship with Melanie and others, because I don't think love has limits. And so I think that I really want to be able to unconditionally love universally. That's a tall order, but that's my goal for myself.
Regardless of who you're meeting and connecting with, just
see the miracle in everybody. See of everyone for their unique, amazing blessing that they are, and letting go of my judgments. Because we're all judgment-making machines, but I'm maybe more judgmental than some. So I've been teaching myself to systematically, okay, that's another judgment that's not helping anything, so just let that go.
Well, have you heard there's this thing called sexual empowerment coming up?
Okay, so you're gonna pretend that I don't know about it? Is that what?
Well, no, actually, I was literally saying it more as a joke, but it is nice. Actually, the truth is, I really feel like these goals are definitely interconnected. I mean, of course, you can have everything for yourself without Ecstatic Hearts and without that growing, but it just it seems to me like they weave together so well and so naturally for the future you want to build. I'm wondering what what we can do to make sure that that happens for you.
I'll tell you what, just for fun, let's assume that there is another organization that's got something called Sexual Empowerment and that I don't know anything about, and enroll me in that.
All right. Well, Scadio, there is, so it really sounds like you want help, you want this unconditional love, and you want to empower this loving organization to, with, you know, both for yourself and the organization, to have financial just stability and abundance, to expand out this Lovolution, I believe I've heard you said before, throughout the world, and have this wonderful, peaceful, gorgeous grotto and castle for as a center for this community. As a part of that, it sounds like things like empowerment, especially kind of opening up to the love. This is my interpretation, to love inside yourself, for yourself and the others, and releasing the judgment, and perhaps opening up to the energies of that abundance that I think is there for all of us, and that I'm trying to open up to as well. There is something I've done before called Sexual Empowerment, this program that really helped me look at the stories inside of myself that caused me to judge and hold myself back and limit myself. And it's part of it, releasing that was what began to allow me to be expanding and focusing on my dreams. And I wonder, I really do think that you might want to think about that, because it can help you. I think going through this experience could really help open new avenues to you letting go of the judgment and opening up to the love and releasing your limitations. It's called Sexual Empowerment, and empowerment is an incredible part of what it is.
Okay, so let's just take a step for a second. So vision, you did a pretty good job on that. You got me excited. You got me into what I wanted. You also talked about some things that still I'm working on and whatnot. So that's good. Now you're getting into the details, right? Where you're just laying out the thing. My suggestion or coaching would be shorten it. You're doing a lot of talking and kind of regurgitating what I just said. I would keep it short and simple. And because the longer you talk, the more out of my experience you're taking me. That makes sense, right? The danger or the challenge or trap that a lot of us get into is we want to share about our experience. And so we start talking about what happened to us and everything else. But the sad thing is most people don't care as much as they care about themselves. And so they, so the longer you talk, the more and more like it's taking me
away.
But all that trouble building. So what you want to do is just go, you know what? I want you to have that too. You know, it's like, and I got this amazing thing that I did, which will totally support you in that. It's going to help you with your health. It's going to help you let go of judgments, and it's going to support you in subconsciously breaking through anything that's getting in the way of you being unconditionally loving.
Okay. I think I can do that. It's like, this is the point where we talk about it the way we mentioned earlier in the previous recording, where it's like recommending, hey, I did this. I think it'd be so great for you. It could really help do this and this. Okay. Shall we do it?
So tell me, so go ahead, start with that.
Yeah, let's do a take two. Well, Scadio, yeah, that sounds so cool. I really want you to be able to achieve that. I can totally just see you in that castle right now, glowing in health and love with everyone there. You know, I did something called this Sexual Empowerment Workshop recently, and they have something coming up. I really think that they could help you just open up to that love and let go of anything that's keeping you back from that empowerment you're looking for, and diving into it. I really see it releasing the judgments and opening what you're looking for the future, or at least helping.
Cool. And by the way, the reason I want a castle is because I think it's going to inspire people. And the reason I want to be financially free is it's going to take money to expand the message and do marketing and get it out there. So yeah, I'm interested in exploring other things. I mean, I know a lot about sexual empowerment. What is this class going to do for me that maybe I haven't done elsewhere?
Well, one unique thing about this class is that it helps you to really harness your sexual energy for the purpose of manifesting what you want. A lot of people, in addition to getting sexier in the course of the class, through some interesting metrics that get measured, they also, I've seen so many stories of people who actually become in a much better financial position after they go through the class. People whose lives change, they get better jobs, they find more of what they want to do. I got a promotion at my job actually recently, and I attribute a lot of that to this workshop.
Cool.
For yourself.
So, metrics on getting sexier, what's that?
Well, I personally am not so sure about what I think of them, but we rate each other on sexiness at the beginning of the workshop and in the end, and so you can kind of see for yourself a fun little experiment in how other people might be seeing you at the end. And the average is a 33% increase in sexiness.
Wow, 33%. Cool. I can get sexier too. So yeah. Well, when is it? How much is it?
Well, it's coming up. It's on the weekend of November 22nd, from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it is right now. I can give you an early bird discount, so it'll be $5.95, I believe. If we go ahead and do it right now, I'm happy to do it with you because I got to plug in a discount code. And once we get you locked in, you'll be all good to go, and we'll get you all the details, and I can tell you all the address and everything. It is in Austin.
Cool. Is it all day Friday?
I believe it is. That one I've forgotten about.
No, actually, it starts Friday night, 7:30.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's important because some people can't get off on Friday.
Yeah.
Afterwards is useful.
So Friday evening, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, why not? I'm always looking to see what the competition's doing, and you know, I don't in competition. I believe in complementers because I think we're all in this together to help support each other in raising the vibration of the planet. So yeah, man, send me the stuff and I'll check it out.
All right. And I guess that would be it. Is there anything else we should do?
Okay, you did the ask, and I threw a little sneaky curveball at you. So I said, send me the information. I'll check it out. And I said yes, but that's not quite the same thing as like
let's do it right now. Yeah.
Right.
You're
So, and some people need that. Like I have a rule that I like take 24 hours before I make a big decision, or I got to talk to my wife or something. So if someone's like that, I would say, great, I'm going to send you the link, and then I'll follow up with you tomorrow, and see where you're at and whatnot. And know that the longer you wait between, getting them excited about their vision and when they make an actual decision, like paying or putting, some kind of formal commitment, then the longer you have for fear to go up and vision to go down. So you don't want to wait more than you have to, Yeah. And it might feel like pressure, but you're really just supporting the person in making a choice when they are in the best state of mind to make it. Because you want people to make choice from their vision, not from their fear, and not be a victim to their circumstances. And so,
and you're not manipulating them because you're supporting their vision and what they want.
Yeah. I mean, it's like there's a difference between pressuring someone because it's something you want versus standing for someone because it's what they want. It's like, so I'll stand for someone all day because it's sometimes you have to see how great they are. You see that you see them as greater than they see themselves. You see their possibility more than they can because they're stuck with their own limited conversations. And that's the power of a coach. That's what coaching is about. That's why, there are people out there that always are kind of pushing you to do better and to, get outside your comfort zone or supporting you in doing stuff, because that's what people need to really excel. Most people can't do it by themselves. There's no high-performing team, CEO, any high performers out there that don't have coaches or higher level management or someone that's supporting them and nurturing them and helping them grow. Just necessary to really have it in life. So, so what I might say in that situation, if you just said, okay, great, send me the information, say, all right, but if you sign up now, you can start having breakthroughs in your life like this minute. Because as soon as you sign up, as soon as people commit, breakthroughs start happening. So I would say, or I might say, so is there any reason that you don't want to just sign up right now? And then they'll give you an obstacle, or they'll say, no, I guess I can pay now. Great, let's go ahead and take care of it so I know that I've taken care of you or something, So it's okay to lean in a little bit and see. If they say, no, I have a rule that I, don't blah, 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 say, okay, but does that rule serve you? Or, but, you don't want to be a jerk about it. But at some point, if they're really clear, if they're no, by the way, you go, great.
Right.
Listening to me, I totally respect your decision. And, I hope you find something that can really support you because, everyone's different. Everyone has their own path. So I get that. So, but if they're maybe, or they want to go, what you'll often get is, I'd like to, but I got to get a babysitter, or I just don't have that money, or blah, blah, blah. So let's just play with an objection. and you can see if you handle it. So I might go, $5.95 is a fair amount of money. So, I have to talk to my wife and see if it's justifiable. But, I look online and see if it's something I think I could really, justify the cost of it.
Well, are you sure? I mean, you were just telling me about this dream of a castle you had and this opening up to love. And, this is something that has been proved. I mean, I've seen lots of people make these different changes, these breakthroughs when going through it. And it sounds like you really want to make a breakthrough to make these dreams happen. So I really recommend that if it is something you want, the money will come together and it will happen. And going through and making a commitment is the first step to getting that breakthrough.
Yeah, you did say it'll help me actually learn how to make more money.
It's actually, I've heard a lot of people, including myself, have had that experience. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What the heck? I believe in going for my gut. When I hear a good thing, I will sign up. How do I do it?
Well, the best place to start is ecstatichearts.com. And then there is, I'm blanking, I believe there is in the upcoming events section. I can scroll down with you if you want. We can go on the website together. And once we get there, I can tell you the discount to enter, so you can get an extra 100 off. And normally it'll be $6.95, and so I'm getting you down to that $5.95, and we can go ahead and get you signed up.
Okay, cool. And just a couple of tweaks there. I would say, so if you like to sign up now, can you get access to a computer? And just don't say I can sign up if you want. Just say I'll walk you through it right now. Just to support them in doing it. Yeah, and so it's live events, and we extended, by the way, the early bird discount for another week or two. So you can actually get someone down with a code of ecstatic. Oh wait, what's the code? Early. Then they get an extra $100 off, so it's like $4.95.
Yeah, and it's in the WhatsApp chat. Yeah.
And frankly, I would only offer that to people who have concerns about money, because the more they pay for it, the more value they're going to get out of it. But we do have that for a little while longer if someone needs a little bit of a break, because I want it to be available for everybody. Okay, so let's say you've walked me through. I've signed up. It went through. I confirmed. Then what do you do?
Then I say, great. I will be. Let's tell you what. How about I'll check in with you a couple days before it starts. Make sure everything is okay. Answer any questions you might have. And is there anything else? Any question you have right now?
No. Are you going to be there?
Yeah, I'm going to be there.
Oh, cool. Oh, so you're taking it again, or?
I am hoping to actually be part of the staff for it. So I might be there to be able to help and support you. That's my goal.
Awesome. Yeah, I might even lead with that, because I want to go where you're going too. So if I know that it's something you're going to be at, then that's helpful. Yeah, that's it. And then yeah, man, just congratulate on making a decision, and you be excited for them, and just see. That's it. So how do you feel? How'd that go?
It's still a little nerve-wracking for me, but this was pretty valuable for me to have it broken up with you, and I feel like my instincts were more right on than I thought, but I was overthinking it a lot of times. So that was good to have the feedback.
You did a good job. Even the part where you kind of elaborated a little bit and so forth, it was still coherent. It was still useful. And there's no wrong way to do this, by the way. And your friends are your friends because they like you and who you are and whatnot. So you be you. There's no perfect way to do this. But again, your beingness is more important than what you say. And so, if I were you, I'd just take heart and pleasure in you've made a difference for me, and you can see the results afterwards. And that's where the real beauty of it is when you stand for someone who was a little resistance. And by the way, the more resistance there is, the bigger the breakthrough is on the other side. So when I get someone's really resistant, I get really excited because, oh man, this is gonna be so amazing for you, them in the room, and they physically transform in front of your eyes from the Friday night till Sunday evening. It's quite remarkable. And then they usually thank you for the difference you made for their lives and so forth. And then it's
yeah, I remember you enrolled me when I started in level 1 way back when.
Yeah, and I'm very happy that I did that. That's it. So thank you, John, for modeling this and also for enrolling me in my passion of getting more connected to what I'm here for. And if you're watching, again, ecstatichearts.com, thank you for checking out. And there actually is a real sexual empowerment workshop that he's talking about. If you want to come, check it out yourself. So thanks, guys. I appreciate your time. And I love you, John. Thanks for being here.
Namaste, Scott.
Namaste, my friend. Bye-bye.
Bye.